Accessibility is more than just getting from here to there. It's about creating a hub of ideas and initiatives about transit and the things transit touches. And since transit touches our entire community, our open door opens all kinds of doors. And MTD opens doors to brighter, more well-rounded futures.
Well, the MTD is absolutely critical to the health and the efficiency with which the community interacts with our students and the way our students get back and forth to classes. So as many students and staff and faculty that can use mass transit, the better off we are. The University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign is very proud of being as sustainable a campus as I've ever known in my whole career. And mass transit is part of that because it decreases our carbon footprint and it makes sustainability integral to everything we do. We know we have students to Nobel Prize winners all using the MTD. So you could find yourself sitting right next to a Nobel Prize winner when you come to class. The mass transit system is one of the ways that actually physically brings people together and makes for serendipitous conversations that you couldn't plan for.
Mobility means different things to different people, and MTD opens doors to options for all.
When we talk about Champaign, we talk about 3 distinct districts: downtown, midtown, and campus town, and they're all connected by the bus.
I think having good bus systems always helps downtowns. I think it's helped Urbana, definitely.
As we see more and more students, visiting downtown, and we see the expansion of businesses in Midtown, we're really starting to fully realize the micro-urban dynamic, and a lot of that hinges upon and is based upon mass transit. You see more and more of students, especially grad students, who utilize the bus, who really like to frequent our downtown and patronize the businesses down here, and that's the manner in which they choose to do it.
Mobility means different things to different people. And MTD opens doors for everyone.
MTD opens doors to more activity with less need for parking.
CATS, first of all, is the Campus Area Transportation Study. We've got the cities, the university, MTD, IDOT, the Illinois Department of Transportation together to mobilize, put our thoughts together and perform a study in what ways can we make the university district safer.
We changed the paradigm for how we deliver services to really prioritize pedestrians first, bicycles and transit next.
We have been working on this study for the last 15 years. We have accomplished a lot.
And since then, we've had a number of changes that have made the campus safer.
Making the speed limits the same, making the parking fees and enforcements more uniform.
All streets in the future need to be complete streets so that they take into consideration all the modes of traffic that might be using that particular thoroughfare.
So it was a shift in the whole approach to delivering transportation services, which has led to a safer area, a less congested area.
We have 50,000 students and probably about 16,000 parking spaces. Transit has made a big difference there because it's much easier to get in and out of campus town. You don't have to worry about having a car. So the effect that it has on campus is it really frees up the roadways.
It's easy for anyone to take the bus and go anywhere.
Our transit services provided by the MTD in this area are tremendous. They allow us to really move a lot of people around a very dense urban core without them having to have cars. Being able to give them that choice is huge for our community.
And MTD opens doors to true participation at a lower cost to our schools.
We have about a quarter of our total student population that rides MTD. Both at middle school and high school.
When it comes to our mission, when it comes to transportation, we want students to arrive safely and on time.
Well, we have lots of students that come back and forth to school in the evenings for sporting events or practice.
You know, one of the roadblocks sometimes for students to participate in extracurricular activities can be that transportation. Their parents are not always available to come and pick them up after school or bring them to school early. And so having access to the MTD certainly allows them that opportunity to participate in activities. It is very easy for me as superintendent to send an email, pick up the phone, contact anybody over at MTD and say, hey, can you help me out with? And their response has always been immediate.
Those kinds of relationships are hard to place a value on. It's such a benefit to be able to pick up the phone and talk to somebody and have the conversation so comfortable.
Champaign-Urbana has so much going on, and MTD opens doors for us to explore and engage with it all.
The availability of MTD has affected my choice to not bring my car down because I can travel so easily, and it's almost more convenient to take the bus because then I don't have to worry about parking or anything. It makes the campus seem a little bit smaller even though it is so big. Last semester I had a class on the complete opposite side of campus, and if MTD wasn't available, I would not have chosen that class. I also am able to go grocery shopping when I need to because I don't have a car on campus. And just any events, if they're late at night, I feel more comfortable taking the bus than walking to the events, so it has really helped me with that. Champaign-Urbana has so much going on, and MTD opens doors for us to explore and engage with it all.
MTD opens doors to many transit options.
Well, everyone who uses transit is either a pedestrian or a bicyclist on their trip. So the first and last mile of a trip is the radius that people will go. People will walk about 10 minutes to access transit. They'll bike about 15. So they have to be able to safely and conveniently walk or bike to the locations where they access transit. Bicyclists can also bring their folding bikes onto our buses, and we have the bike racks on every bus. That way they can get where they need to go without having to drive. Since then, both cities have passed bike plans. The university now has a bike plan. MTD is a silver level bicycle friendly business. And so a lot of effort has gone in, and we've seen a change both in infrastructure and in culture. Pedestrians are now the majority of the time using the crosswalk to cross the street instead of starting across. The same thing can happen with biking. That makes it safer for buses to operate because what we need is predictability in the behavior of the other roadway users. And we have reduced the number of crashes in our community for bicyclists and pedestrians. So we are improving safety.
All around us every day, MTD opens doors to get our neighbors to the places they need to be.
Through mass transit, we help to take care of one another. Those who can't drive for whatever reason, we provide them with an alternative that allows them to maintain mobility that's so important to quality of life.
It helps people get to work. It helps people with disabilities be mobile. It reduces the need for parking.
Well, it enriches people's lives by being able to provide good transportation from A to B. It provides a wonderful choice. You can drive or bike or walk or ride mass transit or any combination.
Those of us who live in this community pay taxes that support everybody. We pay for swimming pools, we pay for libraries, schools. Transportation, the CUMTD is just one more public service. The transit system, even if you don't use it yourself, benefits a lot of other people, and we should support that.
My wife and children and I have loved Champaign-Urbana as long as we've lived here. We're seasoned with Olympians and Nobel laureates and wonderful entrepreneurs. It's a community that's just full of very interesting people. We're home to a great university, and that helps improve the quality of life here. In fact, throw in a decent winter, and I think that we would think we were probably in paradise.
Transit touches our entire community. Pedestrians, cyclists, drivers or riders, students, lifelong residents or visitors. And MTD opens doors to new connections, brighter futures, and stronger communities.